So today I want to show you how to change the color of a cell based on the changing of the date. So for example, changing of the date, you would want to ensure that today's date is here so that as the date changes, then the date here will change as well. So you have to go here, ensure that you select date. So you can select short date, and here you would put equal type today, close bracket, enter, and today's date will come here. But for this explanation, I won't use the formula here. I will just type a random date. So let's type, for example, 10/08/2019. Okay. So one quick way to do it is, for example, assuming that you want this cell to change if it is equal to, if the date is equal to or less than or greater than this date, or if you want this cell to change if this date is less than or equal to this actual date. So how you do it, you would highlight here, go to conditional formatting, highlight cells rules, and you can select less than, but since we want less than or equal to, then you go all the way down to more rules, and here you have the option of less than or equal to, and you want to say you want this cell to be less than or equal to this cell, and then you go to formatting and you select, so you want it to be blue, enter, enter. So see what's happening, it's actually equal to this cell, so it actually changed to blue. If this cell was the 9th, for example, then it shouldn't, because this cell is not less than or equal to, but if this cell is anywhere between the 10th or say 12, for example, it will change to blue. For some reason, if you want to remove the rule, you just click on this cell, you go to conditional formatting, you go to manage rules, and here you click in the box here, delete rule. However, if you want like a pre-warning, like say 5 days warning before, then what you can do is that here you can select equal this cell, which is the date, plus 5 days, for example, enter. And then see, assuming today is the 12th, then the 17th will be 5 days after. You format again, you click here, and what you're saying is that you want this cell, if it is 5 days less, if it is less than or equal to 5 days before the actual date, then you will get the alarm. So sorry about the alarm, you will get the highlight. So you go to conditional format again, highlight cells rules, more rules, less than or equal to this cell, no, and then you format and you can put red, for example, and that's it. So what it is saying, this cell is actually less than or equal to this one. So assuming that, let's change this date, so assuming that here was the 4th, for example, then here would actually be the 9th, because 5 days after this one would be the 9th. So it's still not yet less than or equal to this. But if the date was actually the 5th, for example, then what you will see is that it comes highlighted, because it is saying on the actual date, assuming today was the 5th, then 5 days notice you would get the highlight. Now assuming that you don't want anybody to delete these date, the actual date, so let's put back here, for example, equal type today. You want, these are actual dates, which is going to follow the dates of the computer, the date of the computer. You don't want it to be deleted. What you can do is that you come over here, you highlight the entire thing, you go to alignment, you go to protection, you unprotect, because what is, the entire cell has been protected, so to speak. So now you want this one now not to be deleted. For example, you click on it, right click, format cell, protection again, and now you lock this cell, because that's a cell you want to be locked, so to speak. Now to protect this cell, now you go to review, protect cell, you're required to put a password, you put your password, you retype the password, and there you go. So what it's saying is that if I try to type something, I will get this. If I try to delete, for example, same thing will happen. So that's basically how you do it. The next thing I want to show in upcoming videos is basically how to have the date here, for example, and then the cell would actually be a blank cell, so nobody would actually see what is here. It's just you know that look, here has the actual date, but it would appear blank.